we have 3 and 1/5 minus 1 and 1/3. First, we need the denominators of our fractions to be the same. Now 15 is in the 5 and the 3 times table, so we can find equivalent fractions to 1/5 and 1/3 which have a denominator of 15, because 15 is the lowest common multiple of 5 and 3. We can use multiplication to find equivalent fractions. 5 times 3 is 15, so we do the same to the numerator. 1 times 3 is 3. Now 3 times 5 is 15, and 1 times 5 is 5. So now we can rewrite our question. Instead of 3 and 1/5, we can write 3 and 3/15, because that's equivalent, so the same size, as 1/5. And instead of subtracting 1 and 1/3, we can subtract 1 and 5/15. But now we've got a problem, because if we look at our fractions, we only have 3/15 in the mixed number that we start with, but we need to subtract 5/15. So what we can do here is exchange one of our wholes for 15 more 15ths. So 1 less than 3 is 2, and that means that we can add the denominator to the numerator. So 15 plus 3 is 18, and the denominator stays the same. So 2 and 18/15 is the same as 3 and 3/15. But now we can subtract 1 and 5/15. If we subtract the fractions first, 18/15 minus 5/15 is 13/15, and then the whole numbers 2 minus 1 is 1, so our answer is 1 and 13/15. Now we have 3 and 3/4 minus 1 and 5/6. Again, we need the denominators to be the same. Now the lowest common multiple of 4 and 6 is 12, so we can change 3/4 and 5/6 into fractions with a denominator of 12. Now 12 is the lowest common multiple, but we still get the answer correct with any common multiple, so we could use 24 or 36 or any other common multiple of 4 and 6, any other number that's in the 4 and the 6 times table. So if we're using 12, 4 times 3 is 12, 3 times 3 is 9, 6 times 2 is 12, 5 times 2 is 10. So instead of 3 and 3/4, we can write 3 and 9/12. And instead of subtracting 1 and 5/6, we can subtract 1 and 10/12. Now again, if we look at our fractions of our mixed numbers, we have 9/12, and we need to subtract 10/12. But what we need to do again is to exchange one of our wholes for 12 more 12ths. So 1 less than 3 is 2, and that means we get 12 more 12ths, so we can add the denominator to the numerator, and 12 plus 9 is 21, the denominator stays the same, so 2 and 21/12 is the same as 3 and 9/12, but now we can do the subtraction. 21/12 minus 10/12 is 11/12, and 2 minus 1 is 1, so our answer is 1 and 11/12. So let's have a look at the fraction bars, because this will help us understand why we can take one from our whole number and add the denominator to the numerator. So in this first question, we started with 3 and 1/5. We changed that to 3 and 3/15, but we needed to take away 1 and 1/3, which is the same as 1 and 5/15. But because we only have 3/15, what we can do is turn one of our wholes into 15 more 15ths. So then we have 2 wholes and 18/15. So we can take 5/15 away and take 1 whole away to leave us with 1 and 13/15 left in blue. Then for this question, we started with 3 and 3/4, but we saw that that's the same as 3 and 9/12. But we wanted to take away 1 and 5/6, which is the same as 1 and 10/12. But we only have 9/12, so we need to exchange one of our wholes for 12 more 12ths. That's why we can subtract 1 from 3 to get 2, because we now have 2 wholes, but we can add the denominator to the numerator because turning one of our wholes into 12ths means we have 12 more 12ths, so that's 21 12ths altogether. So now we can subtract 10 12ths, which is the same as subtracting 5/6, and we can subtract 1 whole to leave us with 1 and 11 12ths as our answer. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that was helpful. If you're a teacher or a parent, then please subscribe or go to keystage2maths.com to download resources for this lesson and many more. That's all for now. I'll see you in the next video.